folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. Today we're playing the game Dragon Quest XI. It's available now for the computer system, available on Steam, came out September 4th, 2018. It's also available for the PlayStation 4. In this video I'm going to be touching more on the battle system, mainly going over pet powers, because that's the most intense side of the battle system of this game. Besides that, the battle system's turn-based. It's very basic. There's not a lot to it. The pet powers is definitely the side of the game that's a little bit different and twisted. So let's get started with the battle system for Dragon Quest XI. The first thing we're going to go over really roughly is the setup of your characters. So basically, once you have your characters, you want to open up the main menu. And in here we have anything that we would expect with a game like this. So we have equipment. This is where you would come and put the equipment on them. Attributes is a list of actually what they have right now as far as spells and abilities go. And it also has their pet powers. Now if you look to the right where it says participants, it's going to let you know which ability or pet power, which people you need in your group to pull it off. Now, some of them you don't need to have everybody pepped to pull off these abilities. Like this one right here, we just really need one person pepped. The ones usually marked with blue, everybody involved in this, they all must be pepped. And it's going to let you know at the bottom of the screen right there. And your whole group could get pepped, one person could get pepped. But the pep's not really going to kick in until more than one person actually has it. Miscellaneous, if you go in here, here's where most of the menu is. And if you go to Traveler's Tips, it's going to let you know all about the battle system in the game. So if you need to read about it, this is where you could find it. Now also, lineup is where you would line up your group, and you can only take 4 people in your battle party at any given time. Anybody else goes down here in the standby team. But don't worry about them not getting experience or leveling up. They still get experience and level up being in standby, so that's good. Tactics is where you set up the way that they're going to operate in a battle. So you could either put them on auto or you could put them on manual, where you have to input all the commands. I've been using auto. It's been working great. So right now I have everybody on Show No Mercy. This is all the different selections that they have. You would use follow orders if you want to use manual. That's how you would do that. Now on my controller it's the Y button. If you're using the Xbox, I think it's a triangle button or whatnot. If you press that, it's going to open up your pet powers, where you could set them up now to use automatically. Now, one big important factor here is the character builder. This is a familiar sight if you played Final Fantasy games. This is the grid that we use once we get points. The points are accumulated each time you level up in the game. You're going to get a certain amount of points. I get about 3 to 4 right now at my level. That might change as you get higher in the game. And this is what's going to open up different abilities and spells that you could use. Now keep in mind, you want to know what kind of weapon you're wearing at the time that you're doing this. So you may want to go back and look at your equipment to see which one. Because say if he's not using boomerangs right now, he might not get a boomerang for another week. So if I stop building up boomerangs, it's going to be a waste of points at this time. So I try to level up the weapon that I'm using at that time, and he's using knives. So if we pick that, it's going to zoom in on the map here of his grid, and this is what we could actually level up. Now keep in mind, you can wander off and go into another section. So underneath his name, you're going to see it says knives right now. If I move up just a little bit, it's going to start going into boomerangs. But I don't want to put anything in boomerangs, as I already described. So I want to stay down in knives. So basically, we're just going to open up something down here. It seems like I need more points now. I only got 12 points, and most of these take more than that. So let me see. I think I could just break the top off of this one for now, and then once I get 18 points total, then I could actually open up that ability and then start using it. And that's quick on how you use the character builder in the game. Now, if we open up the menu again, we see our characters to the right. You're going to notice that the top two people, Hero and Serena, both have an icon. It looks kind of looks like a snowball, is what I call it. That means that they're already pepped, so they already have pep powers activated. And also in this game, just like all the other Dragon Quest games, you can make it nighttime, daytime, morning, or whatnot, and that's going to affect the kind of monsters now that you're going to fight out in the world, dungeons, and all that. So nighttime, you might get more stronger beasts to fight. So I just wanted to share that information too, that this game does have that. By resting at an inn or a campsite, you could pick that option of what time of day. Now here we are outside, and once you actually get into the game a couple of hours, you're going to eventually get a quest, and it's going to give you a crossbow when you complete that quest. And what that crossbow does is that it makes it where you want to try to get the opening hit on any one of the monsters in the world. They're all visible, so none of them are invisible. So basically this is what it does once you get the crossbow. I could shoot at him now from afar. As he runs in closer, sometimes they won't run in. Then I just have to walk up, whack him with my sword. Now, if I did use the boomerang and he ran in, you still gotta hit the button again and hit him with the sword first. It just takes out some damage out of them. Now, the pep powers is what I'm going to be touching on the most, because as I said earlier in the video, that's the most intense side of the battle system. And I'm going to be going into that right now because two of our party members are already pepped, as we could see, because they're little bulb blue. Now, pep powers, you can't really predict when you're going to get pepped. That's why I want to cover it now. It goes by how much damage you take and other principles as you battle throughout the game is what causes pep to happen. There is no gauge, there is no bar that's going to indicate when you're going to be getting pepped. So it's a guess. It lasts about 6 to 7 turns, roughly. So, let's start off by doing some pep. Now, for pep, I do like to put those people on manual so I can control when I want to use the pep. If you don't do that and you just leave it on auto, they might go 2 fights without ever using that pep power, and then you just wasted the pep because it's eventually going to wear off. So I like having control over mine. So I'm going to go to Tactics. I'm going to go to Hero. I'm going to set him on Follow Orders. Serena, Follow Orders. And now we just have to hit Fight. The other characters are going to attack automatically. So, well, actually, I think I put the wrong person on Tactics. Let's see. Oh, I got them all on Follow Order. Okay, let's fix that really fast. Everyone, show no mercy, and go back to Hero, put him on Follow Orders, same with Serena. There we go. Alright, there we go. And now the other members, like I said, they're going to automatically start using their best abilities and all that because of the setting I got them on. They heal with this, it's great. Auto in this game works really well, but again, for the pep powers, I'd rather just do it this way. Now, when you have more than one person pepped in the group and the menu pops up like this, you're going to be able to use pep powers. Now, here's the 2 abilities that I could use right now, depending on the people I have in my group. And so we could see right here, the blue one, of course, they both have to be pepped, which they are. So they can use this. I just don't want to use it right now because it just does magical mending. I'd rather use this because it's an attack. Now, this one is shared between Hero and Salve, and he's not pepped. Salve is not pepped, but it's still going to work, because this is one where they don't both have to be pepped. It says usable by Hero, and that's it. So, it doesn't really matter. So, we're just going to go to this, pick that, and they're going to carry it off with this fancy-looking anime. And look at the damage, 160. Most of their hits right now, normally, is about 60 to 70. So, it's pretty strong. Now, she don't have that option anymore in the menu because she's the only one, again, that's pepped. So, basically here, I would just go back to tactics and put everyone back on Show No Mercy and just finish it off auto. And that's basically it. Now, if we open this up, we're going to see that she still has the icon, so Serena is still pepped. We'll get on to one more battle. And in this one, I'll do it all on manual for you guys. Let's go back in here and let's see. Miscellaneous, tactics, everyone. You could do this in the beginning of the fight. It's actually a lot easier. Follow orders. I'm going to try to hit him first. We'll just go to a normal fight here on manual. So I'm just going to hit with the head guy right now. This person I'm going to use, let's see here. Damage all enemies. Okay, that works. What's he got for abilities here? This is mainly like a lot of like sleeps and defenses. So we're going to go back to spells. This one works pretty good right now. And the other guy ran off. Oh, sometimes you gotta watch out, you know. You could accidentally hit the button and it's gonna pull them in. I didn't mean to do that. So now we're just gonna go back to automatic. You can see there's really no reason to really use manual a lot of times unless you're like against a boss fight or if they're pepped. Besides that, they pretty much use the best stuff anyways. It depends on how you set them up. So we're going to go to tactics. We'll go to everyone again. Show no mercy. And that should do it. Alright, now, I'm going to give you guys a little tip. See on how Serena is still pepped up? Sometimes there's going to be quests, or like if you want to fight a certain boss, and you want to save their pep powers. You don't want their pep powers to go away. And I know I keep saying pep powers a lot. It's getting to be a tongue twister. All you'd have to do is put them in the backup. And it's supposed to make it last longer. That's a little trick I read about the other day. So, in other words, if we go to miscellaneous lineup, if I wanted to save hers, I would put her down where Eric is. And again, it's supposed to preserve that so that she doesn't use it as fast as she normally would. I don't know how long of a time it's going to give you, but somebody said that that works really, really good. So that's just something you may want to keep in mind. And that's basically it, folks, when it comes to the overall basic battle system of this game. So, again, thanks for watching. And feel free to comment below, subscribe for new future videos, and we'll catch you the next time. Enjoy Dragon Quest XI. Take care. Bye-bye.